Yeah, I wouldn't mind that occasionally. Sometimes it's a bit of an issue. I do like because the advantage, sure, for Nathan is that, yes, he can't feel pain, but then there's also other things that he can't feel as well that he might like to feel. So I'd like to be able to feel when I want to feel, but when I bang into my glass partition in my hotel room, that would be a good moment to not feel it. Or like if I was outside for too long with no clothes on today, it would be a good time to have that ability as well.
Which happens more often than you think.
It could happen later, as a matter of fact.
Any moment, basically.
What about you guys?
I would not ever want to attract bullets.
Yeah.
No.
There's not a point where that's probably a good idea.
No.
So I'm going to say no. Yeah.
Oh, is that the end of that
That's
answer?
it. There's not much else to...
Yeah. No,
Do you want?
my ability is to be able to end curses. Or I guess I have super strength.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There's some communicable diseases issues because you have to touch someone's blood and get all over you. But other than that, yeah, I'd be into mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on.
Hang on. Right answer.
Yes. No, I'm going to stick with yes.
Good. Have you ever seen something or felt something paranormal in your real life?
Seen or
Or
felt.
felt, yeah.
Well, whenever Lucas hugs me, I feel something paranormal.
Paranormal.
No, never.
Yeah, I have. I mean, I think all those things are possible, and I've definitely been in places where you felt something that you can't explain or seen things. I think, yeah.
And I usually
you
just
remember
say,
what
don't try to explain it, man. Just let it happen.
Yeah, he does. And that's usually what happens.
Okay.
How about you?
I think there's something. I don't know exactly what that thing is, but I think we're pretty ignorant if we think that we're the only things kicking around. But that can go to other planets and all kinds of different things. But I actually don't think about it too much, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, I do.
You don't.
No.
You do.
I think
No,
about
because
it.
it'll boggle my mind, and I don't
yeah.
like my mind being boggled.
Right.
Who wants their mind boggled?
Exactly.
But I think about it a lot because growing up, my dream was to be a Ghostbuster. I really thought that at some point one of them would retire.
Bill Murray.
Probably Venkman first.
Yeah.
I figured he would, because he had other things he wanted to do in his life. And I thought I could become a Ghostbuster. And it's really important to me. If ghosts don't exist, I couldn't be a Ghostbuster. I couldn't have a proton pack.
That's right.
So I think it's really essential to my life goals.
Yes. I wanted to be Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Tell him about the Twinkie, man.
The Twinkie.
That's all right. You actually got the line right. Even though you didn't know what I was talking about, you actually got the line right.
It's been a while.
Do you remember the Twinkie line?
It's been a while.
All right.
Okay, because that was my two questions. Do you want to ask something?
I've got just a really couple of quick ones. Adam, I mean, obviously, this is a whole different world for you. Well, in slight comparison, less physical, most probably. How is it fitting in with this team at the moment? How is the kind of transition for you?
Well, they hate me, so there's that aspect of it.
That is true.
It's the acting side of it has been more difficult than the actual, the fitting in with the guys and the girls on set.
He fits in with the girls better.
He's a good-looking man, of course he is.
Oh no, I meant that they have similar taste in music, clothes.
That's true, but very in touch with
That's
my
why they
feminine
put me in
side.
the middle.
If you couldn't tell, yeah. And it's been a lot of fun. Walking on set, my first scene was with Lucas, and immediately we realized that we're both complete idiots. So that grew up 20 minutes apart from each other, and that really kind of helped my initial kind of. I was like, oh, well, all right, everyone here seems really nice. So that kind of
Really
that kind of
dumb
helped.
and
Dumb,
really
stupid
nice.
like me, and
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah.
it wasn't in that respect. It wasn't a hard transition. One of the hard transitions was trying to pull back my crazy facial tics and mannerisms and my Tourette's. Yeah.
You've done a really wonderful job curing it, though.
Yeah.
It's true.
You should write you should write a paper. Well, do that.
I didn't say as well, we're from We Love Movies More Than You. We also do TV shows and everything else like that. How do you also feel that, I mean, 3 seasons,
Yes.
I mean, how do you feel this is comparing to other shows out there for kind of a similar nature, like Warehouse 13, for example, who are also here today, and, you know, there's other kind of that genre of show that is out there.
Right. Well, I think a cool thing about our show.
And do you watch those other shows as well for a comparison?
I don't watch anything for a comparison, but I have seen the other shows just for interest's sake. Yes. But I think the neat thing about our show is that while it is, in the States, it's on Sci-Fi Channel and Sci-Fi Channel here in the UK and all around the world in various forms. So it does fit that sci-fi genre, but it is also sort of arguably a crossover show for some people. You know, people that don't necessarily see themselves as sci-fi fans might tune in to the show because they are Stephen King fans, or because it is really rooted in reality and this small town and weird characters, weird relationships. So it's not as out there as other sci-fi shows might be. And I think that's brought in all sorts of new fans that might not otherwise.
I also think that our show tonally is different from a lot of these other shows today. I think we are more closely, akin to something like X-Files, or something that was. Our show's a little darker. It falls more into a dramatic category than obviously Warehouse 13 or something like Eureka would, and so I think that would be some of the main differences from our show to those shows. Our show's shot on film, which I'm really proud of.
Absolutely,
I like that part.
Yeah, I think the look of it.
We're one of the last shows still shot on film, so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Well, guys, I mean, fans are going to have their own favourite moments from the 3 seasons we've had so far. I guess the obvious question, what have been your favourite moments on screen and on set?
Well,
my favorite moment this season was actually, it wasn't even on set, but the entire cast and crew, we all went what's called tidal bore rafting one weekend. We live up in Nova Scotia, and this year, more so than any other season, because the weather was really kind to us, it turned into summer camp. I mean, every day was summer camp. We were surfing every weekend, and every night we'd go either to Emily's house or one of our producers, Sean's house, and we'd play cards. And there was this card game that Emily taught us where she seemed to win every time. I don't understand
the
how
rules were always changing.
It was a little concerning, but so tidal bore rafting is in what's called the Bay of Fundy. There is this 60-foot tidal swing, and the water level drops 60 feet up and down, and so you have this massive miles of tide that shifts in and out, and so you can sit on the edge of the river mouth and you can ride this tidal bore upriver. And that was probably the funnest trip. We all went, and there's mudsliding and in the rafting and in these waves. It was a great time.
It was an amazing day.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it was really fun because we were all just having fun together.
Yeah.
But on set, I mean, every day is kind of, it's like, it's sort of, it's kind of from Mary Poppins. Every day's a holiday with you. You're not name's not Bert.
With
but,
you.
But you know what I mean. But yeah, we have a lot of fun on set.
We do. It's pretty stupid. We're really lucky. We have a bunch of
the
amazing
crew,
people to hang out with, and
quirky cast of characters too. You have your Richard and Richard Donat and
John Dunsworth.
John Dunsworth, and they are
Wild,
amazing.
man. Yeah.
But yeah, they're quirky.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing crew, and we have become this family completely. So I know I wish we had more prank stories to tell you, or but it is. We have a blast every day.
Well, that's because we don't have prank stories because it's become sort of normal.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't realize it until Emily's not around.
Yeah.
But she really does have a rough time of it.
Yeah.
She's sort of stuck with a bunch of boys and there's always some making some joke or something that.
Mm-hmm.
Although this year was the first year she actually made her first dirty joke.
Yeah, Emily's got really dirty this year.
Yeah,
So it's-
hanging out with a bunch of boys long enough, she finally she cracked like a dirty joke.
It's a
during
good
the interview.
thing. It's a good thing she's
It was
not
amazing.
here. She probably, yeah,
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 yeah. She's
Yeah.
come a long way. We really groomed her.
yeah,
I like pulled her down into the gutter. with
Yeah,
us.
yeah. She spits now too, which is
yeah.
fun as fuck.
Guys, obviously we're on the third season.
Yes.
Is there any particular moment from the season that you enjoyed shooting and that you looked forward to seeing on film?
What about you?
For me, we had basically, I really enjoy every opportunity to see myself on screen. So most of what I do, I highly anticipate. Like I remember, I'm just sort of in awe of my ability perpetually.
It's
So
interesting.
there's that.
He actually calls me on days when I'm not working. He's like, "Hey, do you want to come down to set and watch me?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, it's my day off." He's like, "So."
It's like,
I'm really good in this.
I'm really doing some. Yeah, you're probably actually going to want to.
I come down just because I feel bad. I
Right.
don't want to disappoint him.
Right. Well, but beyond that, beyond my, perpetual love for myself, there's
You want to
There's-
check that? Sorry.
there's also there was an episode we shot this year, episode 9, that was I think a real blast for everyone to shoot. That
Yeah,
I
I
am
think we
really
all agree.
excited to see that I haven't seen yet. That was a non-secret time travel,
Yeah, we
Episode.
did a time travel episode, and we went back in time, and
and it's
No,
I think
Huey
it's
Lewis
I think
and
for
the
everybody.
song.
not the song.
Not Huey Lewis and the News.
Not Huey Lewis song. No, it's a TV show. It's episode 9 of Haven, and
are you talking about Back to the Future? Mm-hmm. Are you talking about Back to the Future? Moment?
Talking about back in time.
Oh, the Hugh. Oh, right, the Hugh. Yeah.
yeah, not that.
Not one of his hits, really.
No.
I mean, it was a hit, but it was not classic.
But I
a
remember
lesser
it.
known Huey Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good that we referenced it now.
Which
It
is
might
weird because you say
rocket
Huey
to the-
Lewis, and I think American Psycho.
Wow.
Oh. Means I'm older than you. That's what it means.
No, I mean I get the Back to the Future reference too. Are we supposed to be talking about the show?
Episode 9.
I don't know if this is good for you guys.
It's gonna be. It's a beautiful thing. Look for it.
No, I think we would all
Gorgeous.
agree. Episode 9 is really cool this year.
Yeah.
Episode 9,
Was a blast to shoot.
it's the biggest episode we did this season.
Yeah.
For me, the thing that I actually got to watch was the last scene of this season, and I won't spoil anything, but to be able to stand back and watch it and see everything just worked in our favor. The weather, everything about it, it felt very end of the world epic, and it lent itself completely to everything. It was I was standing there watching. I was like, oh, this is amazing. This just worked out perfect. These guys couldn't see it. I got to see it, so I know it was very, very cool.
By saying that in and of itself, you just gave something away.
I don't think I did.
You kind of did.
I don't think I did.
Well, you said that you got to see it. So hang on one sec. Was I in it?
I don't know if you were in it.
What
I
do you
know
mean
the
you
weather
was
was
I in it?
amazing, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hang on.
See,
Was
didn't
I
give
in
it
it?
away.
Okay, so we're both in it. So-
Possibly.
So basically, your mind was blown just at that point.
My mind was
Seeing-
blown by the weather.
I was about to say, you're
Weather.
only feeding into his massive ego right now.
His.
Yeah.
Well, he's very chiseled
He is.
It's true. Yeah.
facially.
Facially chiseled.
Oh, I thought you were referring to his facial hair. It's very
Chiseled
sharp,
too.
chiseled hair.
I mean,
That,
angular.
that's great.
Angular.
I mean, I've heard.
Angular face.
Yeah, angular face.
Sorry.